Let's talk about the route for the Ride for Rally Point, or RFRP 22. We are going to start right here in Huntsville, Texas at the Sam Houston Monument, that giant statue on the side of I-45. Now, what I really want to do is head out from there southeast through this forest, and let's get a little zoom on it. Get a little zoom, move back over here, and I'll show you what I mean. The My Scenic Drives, this website made this for me, and it won't let me do exactly everything I mean to do. But what I want to do is leave out there from that statue and head through these trails. This is the Lone Star hiking trail that runs through here. Now, horses generally are not allowed on the Lone Star hiking trail, at least from what I can find online. But what I want to do is talk to somebody about forests, the state and national entities, especially in East Texas, and try to get a pass. Maybe be able to just pass through their forest, camp out for a night or two, but really leave no trace. You'll never know I was there. But I'd like to just be able to run my horse through here and not have to ride all the way around it to do this ride that we're doing. Anyhow, that's the idea. If not, then I know that horses are allowed on any public roads and the pipeline accesses. So there's that. I would just rather be, have peace of mind and know that I could move around wherever I wanted to. What I would like to do is head on through that forest and come over here to Cold Spring. We're going to come over here to Cold Spring, and then we're going to cut out south from there, go through Shepherd and Holly Grove. We're going to move over to Livingston, and from there we move up to Woodville. Now then we move through Woodville. I know some people who live over there, and I'd like to be able to have an event through that town, maybe a small parade or just a static fundraiser there around town. And then we're going to come through Jasper, Texas. Out of Jasper, we're going to move north through Moore Plantation Wildlife Management Area. Again, I'll go around it if I have to, but I'd rather not. From there, I'd like to move over to Bannister Wildlife Management Area. Now, this route here didn't show it, but I would like to take that through Broadus, and there's another road over here that cuts north and takes us up to San Augustine. San Augustine is the county seat there at San Augustine County, so I'd like to roll through there, maybe have another event. That would be phenomenal. From there, we cut out west, go through Chirano and Nacogdoches. From there, we keep moving west and north, up through Rusk. Rusk is another cool little town, and that's gonna have us leaving west out of there, heading over to Jacksonville. I'm not really planning on going into Jacksonville. There's a lake here. I want to skirt this lake. It'll be a lot of fun. And then I'm going to come up to the west of Jacksonville, hang a left, and make my way over through Palestine. Once we're out of Palestine, we're headed through Montalba and Malakoff and Trinidad. We've also got a few different wildlife management area here, Richland Creek and Gus Engling. Those would be fun to ride through. It's around the Richland Chambers Reservoir there. This proposed route has me going way around all that and actually closer to Athens. Athens, they have a lot of good rodeo over there. But what I'd really love to do is come through this natural area. I don't suspect it's wetlands, so as long as it's not wetlands, I'd like to get closer to that lake. From there, we're going to go through Corsicana. Corsicana here on the map, I mean, it looks like it is a bigger town. It's not huge, but I'd love to do an event through there. Over here, just west of Corsicana, they've got a great little cowboy church there. I'd love to stay the night with those folks. I don't know anybody who goes there. So if you're watching this and you know somebody that lives along these routes, especially that cowboy church, and I'm talking about maybe staying the night there, maybe you make sure they see this and let them know. And then out of there, we take this long stretch. This part of Texas it's going to be a lot of crops, a lot of wheat fields moving across that kind of Great Plains area, south of Dallas. Go through Hillsboro, then cut north up through, Hillsboro is where we're going to cross 35. That'll be another important juncture there. Out of there, we go northwest up to Covington, Texas, and Cleburne. Cleburne is another nice little town, probably about the size of Corsicana. Lots of great stuff going on up there. Lots of people around that area that love their veterans and really support our community. So we'll see what we can get rolling around that area. Yeah, here we're going through Crescent. That's another nice little town. It's going to be a lot of fun. And our most northern point up here is going to be Weatherford. I want to go up to Weatherford. It's a cool little town. I love that place. I've got friends up there. I think that we can maybe pull something together up there, get some things rolling as far as fundraisers and awareness events. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, we're also cutting north to get around all this lake and the various tributaries. So once we go up to Weatherford and have our fun, we're going to cut out southwest. And we're going to go down through Lipan on our way down to Stephenville. Now, Stephenville, for those of you who don't know, claims to be the cowboy capital of the world. I lived there for a little while. It is a fun little town. A ton has changed since I was there, but I imagine this place is going to be fun. When we stop here, we're going to have people who support our mission. These people are going to be awesome because I know these people. I used to live with these people, and they love their veterans. They're going to love Trooper. Maybe we get fortunate and stop in there whenever they're having a rodeo. They've got a few arenas there, and it's a great place to be. Out of Stephenville, we're going to head out to Dublin. They've got the Dublin Dr. Pepper factory out there, and I'd love to see that place again. We've also got some friends out that way. Maybe we stop in with them and spend the night after our fun in Stephenville. From there, we're going to cut south through De Leon on our way down to Comanche. And Comanche is just a cool place. There it starts to hit West Texas. You can maybe see in this satellite image how that part of Texas seems to be getting a little more brown. We're going to start flirting with that kind of arid geography of West Texas when we get out here. We're going to run through Comanche and over to Brownwood. And they've got a wonderful lake out there, so we're going to see what kind of views we can get on that place. And we're going to go down from there, continuing south through Santa Ana, Texas. Is another little historic Texas town. I love it. We're going to have a lot of fun moving through there. Of course, things get a lot more spread out of here in this part of Texas. When we're looking at it, man. Yeah, all of a sudden our little houses get a lot further apart. It's going to be okay though, because That's going to give me and Trooper a lot of time. We're going to have tons of time out there to be able to do videos as we move across that kind of flatter terrain. We'll continuing moving south. I believe this is Maynard, Texas. Yeah, we're going to move through Maynard, continuing southeast until we get to Mason, go past Mason, continuing south into Harper. At Harper, that's going to be an interesting, fun little town. I've only driven through there once, and it was cool. We're going to go through there before we start heading east, and that's going to take us through Fredericksburg. Now, Fredericksburg is world famous, so most of you should know that place, especially if you are my Texas audience. But we're going to be moving through some of these windy hill country roads. We're going to be taking every safety precaution we can because, of course, that is the first concern when we get down out there around the hill country and you're on horseback. We're going to be hunting trails that will help us move through this area so that we can try to stay away from the roads as much as possible. But, if we have to be near the roads, we will, and we'll do everything we can to maintain safety, even if that means rolling a vehicle along behind Trooper and I for short bouts. Anyway, out of Fredericksburg, we're going to keep moving east, and we're going to go through Johnson City. Johnson City is a cool little town named after President Lyndon B. Johnson. And then hopefully we'll be able to get an event going there. That would be another phenomenal place to do something. It's such a cool, just pretty little town. From Johnson City, I want to head east into the Pedernales Falls State Park. Now, I read online that they do allow horses all the time, so that's going to be a good time. They have a lot of trails. I can see the river moving through there. It's going to be a cool little camping spot. We'll cut out of there, kind of move southeast, make a loop through some beautiful country over here outside of Dripping Springs. Now, once you're in Dripping Springs, you are pretty much in Austin suburbs, okay? It's still rural. You're still kind of, you're feeling like you're in the middle of nowhere, but you are there, as you can tell by the map, all right? So once we hit Dripping Springs, we're starting to be super careful about the way we approach Austin. The best route I've found so far, and this may change, somebody will correct me, but we're going to come in moving through Barton Creek out here west of Austin, and then Westlake Hills moving this way. So we're going to ride over here through Westlake Hills on the west side of Austin. We're going to cross the Colorado River here and then ride along the boundary of Lions Golf Course. We're going to follow that boundary into town, going through Enfield, and we're going to come over here on West 15th Street. Once we're at West 15th, then we are officially like downtown Austin. And then we'll come into town. Now, the approach up to the Capitol, that's still up for debate. Right now, my Scenic Drives has us coming in on West 15th and then basically walking up to the back door of the Capitol. That's probably not how it'll go. If I have it my way, then Trooper and I will be riding up to the Capitol, right up Colorado Street. Colorado Street, if you see us here, puts us right center mass of the Great Walk leading up to the front door of the Capitol. So that would be ideal. Thank you for listening, and back to your regularly scheduled program.
Well, I stagger and I fumble. Boys, I've been drinking for days. Well, I stagger and I fumble. Boys, I've been drinking for days. And the reason I'm drinking, my woman got some low on me